Hello fellow academics and welcome to the newest season of the Timberborns. We're in update 7 and we're playing the Folktails on the Plains map. I'm gonna call this settlement Willowmere. I do think it fits the vibe of the Folktails. So let's do what we always do. Let's have a look around first, and this will be the only pause we're going to do in this playthrough. So this is our settlement right here. The water seems to be flowing down this way, which means we do have all the way back here some water source. And then we have additionally another water source over this way. Alright, so this will be interesting for blocking this off, but we'll manage. Alright. Otherwise, we do have some trees down here and here. There is a stair, or a slope as they call it, up there, so we can get access to these trees over here as well. And then some scattered trees in the back here, as well as over there. Okay, we do have a bad water source that's coming from up here and going down this way. I think that will be quite useful in the long run. As well as another bad water source that's starting from up here and going down this way. Okay, so we do have berries in this corner right there and on the other side here. In terms of where to build our dam, ideally we want to build it all the way up there, but I don't know if we'll manage to get over there in time for the first drought. So maybe we'll build a temporary dam somewhere down here and create a separate storage area for our water in the droughts. Alright, I think that is all we really had to do. So I'm very excited about this update because it does have some more features in it, and I've not played it yet, but kind of figured they would be in here. We do have the zipline station. Oh, accidentally pressed start already. We do have the zipline station in here and zipline pylons, which will help our beavers get around much faster. Which means we don't need to place everything really close together. I do wonder if we should limit ourselves in terms of space to within a certain area. But definitely in the beginning, we kind of need to start building out a little bit. Right, I think we should stop talking and just, get going. Right, unpause, and that didn't work. Unpause, and here we go. So we're going to, unlike last time, try to place everything a little bit differently, just to, keep it interesting. Going to put a path all the way up here, and the next thing we're going to set down our lumberjack flags. So if we're gonna place 2 here, and then we can also place 1 up here. Could place 1 up here, but I think it makes sense to have 1 closer to the trees down there. But most importantly, we want 1 lumberjack up here. So now we're just gonna connect all of them up. All of these are already connected, so we just need to connect this one here. There we go. And then obviously highlight our trees for chopping down. It goes without saying, we're playing on hard, because, that's just what we do on this channel. So lumberjacks are in. Let's put down some food supply first, and then we're heading into the water. So food supply, I think we're gonna just connect it up here and use this little corner for our berry gatherer. Alright, here we go. We also need to up the number of builders, set this to the lowest priority, and for now increase our work hours to 20. Alright, we have food. We have wood, now we need some water. Placing 1 water pump just in this corner right there. And with that, all of this is kind of done. Now, the next part that we need is farmhouses, or, well, one farmhouse, which we're just going to place on this side over here. Here we go, into food, efficient farmhouse. Place it right in the middle. Set this to a lower building priority. I want them to finish the water first, and that's actually already in. So next thing that we need to place are carrots. Not gonna overthink this, just putting down a big chunk of carrots. Also gonna reduce the amount of workers. Unlike with the Iron Teeth, the Folktails, because it's an efficient farmhouse, have one more worker in the farmhouse, so that would have been 3. But that's obviously way too many for the few beavers that we actually currently have. So here we go. We basically just reduced the amount. We're also going to... Actually, yeah, I think we're just gonna cut this off over here, building almost parcels in this direction. And let's see, where would the best way be to place the dam? I guess technically we would want to try to get the lowest distance, but for now let's also demolish this. So this is one of the natural dams in here that you can just remove whenever you want. And this will just fill up this area with additional water, which I think will be in our favor. So let's put in the dam, oh, not the levees, the dam. And we're just gonna put them in on this side. All right, here we go. We currently do have only one builder left because everyone else is working somewhere else, which... Why are you not doing anything? Oh, you're full with logs. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna quickly pause you. So we have a temporary excess of builders. And then very soon I'm gonna resume this guy that will allow us to build, well, more. Alright, we do need our scientists now. And one thing to consider with the Folktails, they reproduce once you build houses. So we kind of need to, again, kind of just keep track of that. All right. They have already put in 2 of the dam pieces, which is great. We also, I think, should just actually prioritize the housing situation. So for the housing situation, we're just gonna put in 4 houses for now. I'm not over planning this because I think more interesting areas will come out of this once you just place the houses, giving you a certain amount of space to actually work with. Right, that worked out, I think, pretty nicely. So 4 houses, each of these houses can fit 3 beavers in there. We do have 12 beavers, which means if we place only these, we're down to, well, basically no housing left, but we need a bit of excess housing. So I would have loved to put the more houses over here, but we won't be able to actually get there anytime soon. So we're gonna put in temporary housing, just 2 more at the bottom right there. We're almost done with the dam, so that worked out pretty well. They've also put in our scientist hut, and I'm going to resume this one lumberjack because 2 builders will be enough to definitely finish this dam before the drought hits. So, like I said, our beavers will definitely be okay. I can't actually pause you, there's nothing in your range anymore. And instead, I'm gonna put another lumberjack up here. Alright, the next thing we should consider, or, well, have to consider, is power. So let's build a water wheel up here. Put this on highest priority, maybe not highest priority. Put this on a regular priority. because I do think we need to focus on getting our beavers settled, so we can have more baby beavers and ultimately expand our settlement. Actually, you are done now. So let's go here, set you on highest priority, because we do need more logs. We're almost completely done over here, but they have now finished the dam, which is good for us because that means we can also very easily cross this and then ultimately place another lumberjack on this side to chop down all the trees over here. It's gonna place him like this. He will reach, or she will reach, all the trees over here and those birch trees down there, which will definitely help us remove all of this. They are now building the water wheel, which means, yep, they're already done with all the houses, so we do have 3 empty beds. That also means our beavers will start reproducing. We're not gonna go into details with this, obviously, but we already have 2 new baby beavers, which, you know, bodes well for our colony. Right, I'm going to stop one of the lumberjacks here. I prioritize this guy. And this should be in very soon. So let's then quickly put down our lumber mill to produce some of the planks, because I'm really hoping we can get the at least 7 planks out before the drought hits. But we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna put in a small warehouse over here with plank storage. The carrots are coming in now, so we're gonna resume our farmhouse, which was also time because we're right now without unemployed beavers. All right, here we go. One more. There we go. We are producing planks. So I've also put in the plank storage. So let's figure out what we need to do next. All of this will kind of come later. I think the levees is something that we will need to figure out soon, or soonish. And we can then, you know, consider building up here. Because when the bad tide comes, we do want to block this part off. Let's see how we can most effectively do this. I think we kind of need to block this part off with a 2-level system. And that would be a lot. So instead, we're gonna redirect. I think, who was it? Was it Bruce Lee who said, bamboo bends in the wind, and if it's too rigor, it would just break. So we're kind of doing the same thing. We're gonna block off down here, and then I'm gonna build a little channel into what is already a present bad water channel over here. Maybe we'll actually just block it off here. That will basically redirect all the bad water over this way, and then let it flow in here, and our beavers should be okay. All right, so let's think about how to do this. We do have 1 plank that came in, which is great. And I'll just put some roads in this corner, and we're setting this part up for demolition, so we have an easier access to this area right here. And then we're also going to put a path in on this side. I think we want to place it along here, and then we just need to go one... Actually, we don't even need to go one further out. If we basically chop down all of these trees until here, this will become just a straight line, and then our beavers will be safe in terms of bad water. Right, we're already chopping off all of these. We have 3 planks in the bank, so very soon we will be able to build our forester. And I'm thinking this area right here, maybe including this part, will be a great spot for our forester. Okay. Carrots are coming in. Should kind of consider placing some storage for our carrots, even though they do have 50 storage. Actually, we're gonna leave it at that for now. 5 planks in. We're getting there, very close to being done. And that is before the first drought hits, which is excellent timing. So let's go into our research, unlock our forester. We do already have enough science. Place our forester just over here. Yep, we do want to do that. And then just connecting them up. All right, here we go. Slow down a little bit. We do have much more choices in terms of trees, but we're gonna keep the same system as last time. Put a bunch of pine trees down because they grow much quicker. We're also gonna prioritize the pine trees, and the rest we're going to fill up with oaks. All the way into the back here, and that's a little bit too far. But we will be able to fill up this corner right there. Didn't mean to place one up here. But with that, this forester is kind of maxed out in this direction, which is good for us. We can also put in some more over here, just around our foresters to, you know, make it look a little bit nicer. All right. We are still producing some more planks, not too bad. But again, what we really want to focus on right now is our levees. And for our levees, we just need a lot more science. So what we're gonna do now is put in 2 more science huts. Which means we'll be a little bit short on beavers, but ultimately it won't be too bad. We can pause the lumber mill guy. And that will give us all we need. We should also now place in some log storage. And I'm thinking just in this corner right there will be perfect. So let's place in the regular one. I'm very excited for the underground pile because that will give us enough space. But we do need planks and gears for that, so that will come down, or that will happen later. Alright, 2 scientists, more scientists in, so now we're cranking out science. We need, I think, 120, unless they changed it. Nope, we need 120 for our levees. Like I said, we do need a 2-level levee over here. And a 1-level levee in this direction over there. So for here we also need our floodgates, or in the long run we would want to include our sluices, but for now let's plan it just here. And I think we're gonna keep this channel open. This seems to be like a natural water flow that we can exploit in the future. Could turn all of this into water storage and then ultimately guide it over there. Alternatively, we could turn all of this into water storage, which would also be a lot of fun. But, you know, future plans right here. When we turn this into water storage, we need to make sure that we keep the metal supply down here free. But otherwise, I think we would be okay. So let's put in, we don't have enough science yet. Might want to consider, no, let's just place the levees down. I was thinking we might want to consider placing a staircase down this way. 4 planks, we do have 6. You know what, we're gonna do that. Because that will allow us to build a little bit more effectively, and ultimately enable us to place our floodgate wherever we need it. Alright, 70 science, so we're waiting for more science. Let's have a quick look around. This guy's just sat there, nothing to do. I guess we're waiting for the berries to grow back. So let's quickly pause you. Now we're full with our builders, but have nothing to build at the moment. We're already out of housing options. However, we have now unlocked our staircases, which means we could actually place staircases this way up and then start expanding our settlement kind of here. Or alternatively, no, this will cost a bit too much. Alright, let's put in one more temporary housing option just in this corner. And I think we want to unlock the triple lodge pretty fast. Alright, so staircase is in, we're at 90 science, still waiting for the rest. How is the food supply looking? Not too good. Actually, we don't even have anything in storage, so I'm gonna add a second farmer to our efficient farmhouse just to supply our beavers with the food that they need. Okay. Also going to fill up the gaps that have been created over here now with more oaks. Just so our forester's busy either way, but that will definitely help us. And I think we're also going to, just for beautification, remove all of these berry bushes. So we can fill it up with more carrots. Just there and there. And now we have a good amount of carrots, I think, placed down. Oh, one didn't work. Maybe I maybe I didn't select it. Anyways, so we do have now one unemployed beaver. So let me unpause this lumberjack over here. And I think we also should consider building more, or well, not more, building water storage. Because right now we don't have any. So let's put 2 small tanks in this corner right here. They fit in perfectly, so I'm excited. And then we do have enough science now to, well, buy the levees. So definitely need to place one up here. And then, like I said before, a 2-level height system over here. And then we're gonna leave 2 of these for... Actually, just 1 of these will be fine. Because very soon we're gonna replace them with sluices anyways. So I think this way we're gonna be building a little bit more efficiently. So they're already putting this in here. And we're also gonna place our levees, like we mentioned before, all the way down this way. But going to set these on slightly lower priority. You don't need to touch this until we're really ready for it. I'm going to connect this up as well. Just making sure, yeah, they will be able to chop these down. And with that, the first drought has ended. We're pretty low on water over here, so that is something that we will need to consider real fast, in all honesty. And I think the easiest way to consider this, or to, well, fix this, is to expand over here and turn this into a water storage area. We do have 1 staircase down this way, but in order to get in here, we would need another staircase. And I would build this staircase somewhere over here instead to allow our beavers to also access all of these areas as we move along. Alright, so they're already building all of this, so we're getting along pretty well, I want to say. Need to put in the levees right here, but we also need to consider that we will need a lot more lumber. So I mentioned before, there's lumber in this corner right here that we could access if we left an opening through our levees, and or put staircases in here. Alternatively, we could immediately start tackling the area in the back here. And I think this is the cheaper option for now. So let's do that instead. This is a very long way away from our district center, but it will supply us with additional wood that we will need. I don't think you have anything to do right now, so let's pause you. We do have 2 unemployed beavers, meaning I should definitely resume our lumberjack. And I think we're already going to unlock the gear workshop and start building up our gear supply. So put this in here, connect it up, and then a little storage facility just in front. And all of these will obviously be replaced with something more meaningful or beautifying to, you know, have our beavers work a little bit nicer. All right. So they're done building this. There's a bit of flooding going on over here because not that much water is coming out. So let's see, why haven't they actually chopped this stuff down? So let's high prioritize this. And we're also going to put down our staircase, and I'm gonna just place it in this corner right here. And we're putting a temporary path in through there. Temporary because in the long run we might remove it to put another water wheel in this corner that will ultimately allow us to create more power. Wow. That just, yeah, anyways. Alright, so they can't reach this part over here. So another temporary path over this way. He's now chopping it down. I'm gonna leave that actually, because we do need to put in levees over here as well. Which means we also should, oh, don't actually need to destroy you, because I think we're gonna leave it at this, at that. So now we're gonna place in more levees down here, connect it all up, which will give us a bit of additional water storage, but it also means we need to focus on our double floodgate. Double floodgate science is 250. So we will need to figure that out soon, but more importantly, this is full. So let's build a warehouse so we can actually store our excess food supply. So carrots in, put this on highest priority. I do think this is more important than our levies for now. We're almost at a, oh, I did forget to actually place a grinding stone for our beavers. Now that was a big mistake. So let's put the grinding stone right here. You're actually the highest priority. Which means, what did I just high prioritize? It wasn't this. Oh, the carrot storage. Well, that is fair enough. Alright. We did have some beavers that were just, I guess they were still doing things. Just not that effectively. Alright. Now, this is just waiting for the planks. They are coming in though. So, all in all, that is good. We also need to actually high prioritize this. I think I want the staircase in before I want this to be finished. Because then they can keep building those levees, and we're very close to creating our 2-level floodgate. All right. Drought is approaching, and you know what? I'm gonna end the first episode here. We've had a good start. Now we can sort of micromanage this a little bit to make sure our floodgates go in, but we're almost ready already for the bad tide. Once this is fully put in and the double floodgate is in, we're peachy. All right. So... Oh, there's a tutorial. I didn't even see that. Build a small tank? I did already. Oh, it says free. Set small tank to water. I guess I already did. Just need a third of this. Don't need the tutorial. Yep. Alright, and with that, I am going to end the episode. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.